Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sap. I camp out with Lion's Den, Hawan Ben Joshua in Jacksonville, Florida. But first, I'd like to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Akims, and to the women and children. Kal Halayim La, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Ha Roka Kodash Mahamath. In the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawan. Salutations to the Akim to our four corners of the earth. And to the women's children, Shalom. Well, my elder 2 or 3 days ago did a lesson, right, about what's going on, not only with Israel, but the wars that the Edomites of America keep doing with other countries, right? Russia, China, Iran, okay? Let's not forget Ukraine, what's going on with that. And also, the land, massive land that they keep stealing, keep insisting and taking away from people, right? What they call that, rape, robbing, and plundering, right? Let's not forget also they want to keep everybody occupied. Also from forgetting about the child trafficking. And not so long ago, the news on those Jewish synagogues in New York, underground bunkers or tunnels, right? And then they're talking also as well about the second pandemic is going to be worse, right? So they're throwing everything to the whole world to keep them occupied. The title of this lesson, Part 1, The Wealth of the Sin. I'm going to play this. It says, U.S. is starting another war to distract from landmark case against Israel. Here we go.
It is January 14th, 2024, and the Biden administration is wasting no time in bringing more war to the world in this new year as it launches a second round of strikes targeting Yemen. Now, we have to remember that the U.S. and its bombing of Yemen really isn't anything new. If we go back to 2015, you have this Saudi-led coalition involving the U.S. and the U.K. and a lot of these Western allies that are now helping to bomb Yemen now. They were a part of that coalition that, as a reminder, created what was at the time the world's worst humanitarian crisis. And yet, as another reminder, those Houthi rebels that the U.S. loves to talk about right now, that the Biden administration is targeting right now, they have formed what is the government in Yemen today. Ansar Allah is what they are called. But the West continues to refer to them as these rebels, as if it is, kind of like the moderate rebels that we were helping out in Syria under the Obama administration, except just a little bit different. Now, when it comes to the latest rounds of strikes, the reason that the Biden administration is targeting Yemen once again is because Yemen has been the one country to stand up and say, you know what? We don't just want to say that we want to see a ceasefire in Gaza, that we want to see Israel stop its bombardment of the Palestinian people. No, we actually want to do something about it. And so as a result, Yemen has been targeting Israel-linked ships in the Red Sea. Well, the U.S. can't have that. And instead of telling Israel, hey, you target your resources here to making sure that your ships go through safely, what the U.S. is doing is saying, you know what, Israel, you keep bombing Gaza, that's fine. You carry on with that. And we're going to come over here and help you out by targeting Yemen ourselves. But here's the really interesting thing here. Now, even the New York Times is reporting that these strikes haven't exactly been successful. In a recent report, they noted that the strikes on Yemen have failed to significantly weaken their military potential and prevent them from further attacks on shipping routes in the Red Sea, saying that the attacks hit 90% of the designated targets, Two anonymous U.S. officials are saying the Houthis still retained about 70 to 80% of their military capability. So if Washington's goal was to come in and to protect their friends in Israel by making it so that Yemen was not able to keep targeting these Israel-linked ships in the Red Sea, yeah, it doesn't appear that they did that at all. They also did not do anything to deter Yemen, as you also have reports from those in Yemen saying that they are going to not only continue to target those ships, but that they are going to increase their attacks. So not only did the U.S. not destroy Yemen's capability to continue on with these attacks, but it also helped to unite the people of Yemen in supporting these attacks carried out by Ansar Allah and to be against the United States as they already were, because we have images and videos that were shared online the next day following the first round of strikes in which you can see tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people in the streets in the capital of Sana'a calling out the United States and its allies. But here's the thing. I personally don't think that the goal of these strikes was to destroy Yemen's military capabilities, was to necessarily even stop the attacks on the ships in the Red Sea. I think that there's more to it. And I think that what the Biden administration was trying to do was to create a sort of a distraction. Why? Because there's something else going on this week that is very important, that is historically significant, and that is the genocide case brought against Israel by South Africa in the International Court of Justice. Now, first and foremost, South Africa's legal team has done just an incredible job in presenting their case, in calling out Israel for the fact that it has not only genocidal rhetoric, but also genocidal actions. And yet when you watch Israel's response to it, which is something that many in the Western media have fixated on, because of course, Israel's response came the day after. So you didn't see nearly as much coverage of the first day of hearings when you had South Africa bringing their case. No, it was all about the second day when you had Israel bringing their response. And it was incredibly frustrating to watch the way in which this was covered in the Western media. So I just want to highlight a few of the things that South Africa's team brought up. They mentioned the fact that Israel's bombardment of Gaza has killed more than 23,000 Palestinians. That's 1% of the population. An estimated 70% of those killed are women and children. Another 7,000 are expected to be buried under the rubble. Some 85% of the population, that's 1.9 million people, have been displaced. About 65,000 residential units have been destroyed or rendered uninhabitable, and another 290,000 have been damaged.
Okay, I think you get the point. So the lesson that my elder did, he goes into scripture showing with proof in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shah how is God who's controlling all these things. Okay? Even though the Edomites keep insisting that they're the ones in control of all things, no. They are being guided. They have no choice but to move in the direction they are going to because they are the wicked. Okay? Let's not forget also about the immigrants, right? The reason that they're bringing massive immigrants into America, that's also in the hands of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. Okay? And even though the Edomites are taking the taxpayers' money, right, to help them in every way they can, because they're pushing for, they want the people of America to go into a civil war, right? They have to bring chaos in order for them to bring in their military and do what they want to do. I want to go to Proverbs chapter 13, verse 21. Start with that. Evil pursues sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid. Yeah. Everything that they have done to our people, the so-called Negro Latino, Native Americans, and speckled birds around the world, right? Everything they have taken from us, Yahweh Shah is going to come back and take it from the sinners, from the wicked ones, the Edomites. Okay? They're not going to be able to keep it, to pass it on. to their children. Verse 22, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. Woo! That hurts. Huh? All these battles throughout all the years, right? The rape and robbing and plundering around the world. Well, at least, the Edomites got a taste to use the wealth that is not theirs to begin with, right? And let's not forget, they still standing in stolen land, okay? So they have a lot to pay for. I want to go to Psalm chapter 32. I'm going to have to do a part 2. Oops, lucky on this. Psalm chapter 32, verse 9. And it goes. Oops. Wait. Okay, here we go. Be ye not as the horse or as the mule, which has no understanding, whose mouth must be held in with bit or bridle, lest they come near unto thee. Right? Don't be like the mule that are like these 501c3 incorporated churches, right? That went and took the contract for the love of money, right? They said they really care about their people, the so-called Negro, Latino, American speckled bird, but really it's to do the dirty work of the Edomites, okay? 2/3 of our people are going to pay a big price for participating in the wickedness with the Edomites. Verse 10, many sorrows shall be to the wicked, but he that trusts in Yahweh, mercy shall compass him about. Boy, and do we need it? Okay, things are going to get bad. Every day things are getting worse. Okay? We're just waiting. Don't forget, we're waiting for the digital currency to kick in, right? When everybody has to, or else you can't buy or sell, right? Because right behind that, they're going to bring the mandate of the MOTB, right? The charagma, the C-hit, the potato chip, right? So we're getting closer. It'll take some time because they have to get everything around the world in chaos, right? And, the Edomites who are very wealthy, they have to get ready to go and hide in their bunkers. So they got to get, whatever family and friends they have or trust. I want to go to Proverbs chapter 26, verse 3. In a minute. 26, verse 3. Here we go. A whip for the horse, a bridle, that's what they put in the mouth, for the ass, and a rod for the fool's back. Yeah. That's exactly what they're going to be getting, the Edomites. When Yahushua comes back in those chariots, you know them better as so-called UFOs. Right? Scripture calls them chariots, clouds, or whirlwinds. Okay? And he comes with a host of angels. He's going to remove, right, the blessing, the sword, the power away from the Edomites. And Yahushua is going to just participate in destroying, okay, this wicked kingdom. On top of that, he's going to be putting the ones who are rich and powerful hiding under bunkers, he's going to put them first into slavery. Okay? just when they thought that they got everything planned out, and they so strongly believe that AI is going to protect them and save them. I want to go to Ecclesiastes, yes, chapter 2. Give me a minute. Verse 26. For Yahweh gives to a man that is good in his sight wisdom and knowledge and joy. But to the sinner he gives travail to gather, to heap up that he may give him that is good before Yahweh. Woo! Wow, right? This also is vanity and vexation of spirit. You know, we all have to work to pay our bills, okay? But even our jobs, right? They also keep stealing, right? Scripture tells they're supposed to pay you the same day that you work, right? In silver or in gold, right? But they don't do that because they want you to keep coming back. See, they pay you in silver and gold, right? The same day you work, you just leave and that's it. You don't want to come back, you don't have to come back, right? So, you know, they're stealing on everyone every day on everything, right? Invisible taxes on everything, okay? And then they keep adding new rules for taxing, right? And then, of course, they lock everybody down with that, what they call it, Social Security, right? Soon to become what they call universal income, right? You know, the Edomites, nothing but thieves. They ain't going to stop. They're going to keep on stealing. I want to go to Proverbs chapter 28, verse 8. Okay. 28, verse 8. Let's see, where is that? Got it. He that by usury and unjust gain increases his substance, he shall gather it for him that will pity the poor. Yeah, when Yahushua comes back, who the poor are? Well, the so-called Negro, Latino, Americans, and speckled birds. Okay? When Yahushua comes back, he's going to take everything around the world. Land from the Edomites, their children's, right? Their daughters, everything, right? I mean, let's not forget that, look what happened in, what you call Hawaii, Maui, right? People lost everything. They're not being helped, right? Look at the child trafficking of our people, right? From all the Caribbean islands, okay? So the Edomites gotta go, you know, and eventually they're gonna come out with some new rules, I heard, for the internet, because too much information is coming out and they don't like it. Song chapter 37. Give me a minute. Is it 37? 37. 37. Verse what? 23. Here we go. The steps of a good man are ordered by Yahweh, and he delights in his way. Verse 24. Though he falls, he shall not be utterly cast down, for Yahweh upholds him with his hand. Okay? So even though 2/3 of our people are going to be, how can I put it, left behind, to experience the purification of fire that's going to be upon them for not repenting, right? For being stiff-necked, having enmity towards Yahweh Bashin Yahweh Shai, and his people who are doing the work on the highways and byways, and to the women who have repented, right? The so-called Negro, Latino, American, speckled bird women who have repented in the name of Yahweh Bashin Yahweh Shai, how they're being treated also badly by our own people. Yeah. Can't wait till Yahweh Shai comes back, I'll tell you that. Verse 25. I have been young and now I'm old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Yeah. Things are gonna get bad, you know. A lot of people, even the wicked own people, the Edomites, middle class and poor, a lot of them I'm not gonna accept, right? What's coming with the new change of those digital currency. They might at first, and they're gonna see some serious problems they're not gonna like. Okay? So things are moving pretty fast. I mean, I just saw in the news where they're talking about that if you have a vacancy room or an apartment or a house, right, to use it to have one of the immigrants, you know, live there, right? I mean, eventually I'm pretty sure they'll make a law, right? What a way to take to steal people's property. That the Edomites say you have to, right? It's getting crazy, man. I'm going to leave it with Proverbs chapter 24, verse 16. Give me a minute. Just hit 24. Oops. Here we go, 24, 16. Verse 16. For a just man falls 7 times and rise up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Right? Verse 17, rejoice not when thy enemy falls, and let not thy heart, thy mind be glad when he stumbles. Well, we are going to be rejoicing when Yahweh Hashem Yahshua comes back and removes them from power. I hope that this was edifying, and with that I say Shalom.